Hello, this is a video about drawing, basic drawing, for those of you who perhaps haven't done it for a long time, or probably since you were a child. If you can remember back when you used to scribble and draw and paint, and it didn't worry you, you enjoyed it, But then we all grew up, and the fear of ridicule or failure or not being able to do something tends to take over, and we don't try. Anyway, this is very basic, and it's just to give you a few ideas that perhaps you'd like to try. And then we'll move on maybe in another video to something a bit more complicated. Right, here we go. This is how to draw a teddy and a horse. Very simple stuff. What you need to do is to look at things in terms of basic shapes that you can see underneath the drawing. You've got a nice little teddy here, but how did it come about? Well, if you think in this terms of circles, you've got a big circle here, you've got another smaller circle, or in this case it's a bit bigger, doesn't matter, that's dropping into the first one. You create ears by dropping in circles, nose area by dropping in circles. The shoulders and arms, these are two squashed circles, and two more for the legs that come into the main circle. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things. Do it in pencil, do it lightly so that you can rub out, and then take out all the things that overlap that you don't need. Okay, so you won't need this bit of the head, the body. You won't need these bit of the ears or this bit of the arms, but you will need the legs because they come in front. Okay, so you rub all those out, and then you just draw in stronger with a pencil or pen. Now, if you're sure of it, do it in pen, but if you're not, do it in pencil. And you add little bits and pieces like pads, the nose, the eyes, and then you obviously don't want a solid line around everything. So you can then create a bear by pretending that it's got hair and giving it these shaky lines, if you like. I can't think of the right term. And little paws and pads. And then you can go on and shade, either with a pencil. So perhaps actually I'll say that don't use a pen here. Use a pen only when you're dead sure that everything is right, or just keep using a pencil. And shading can be simple lines that go in a diagonal way. You can build up. You can do it two ways. Make it stronger. I'm just using an ordinary HB pencil here, not a particularly arty pencil. If you want to get lots of dark shading and you need to use pencils that have got a B registration on it, you probably can't see this one, but there's a number on it. It says HB, but if it's a B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they get softer, and they can, in other words, they get darker. And 2B pencils ideal for sketching. Okay, the horse. We've got a rectangle. We've put two circles in, one either end. Okay, we've taken a straight line up, and we've put, I suppose you'd call it a wedge shape, which is made up of a bigger circle and a smaller circle, and then outlined. And then we've got these strange looking legs, which are like cones. And then these are straighter, and we've got little wedges on the feet, and we've got circles to delineate where one bone changes to the next. Okay, so this is a straight line to start with, and then you have to visualize what the horse actually looks like, where you want the curves on, like on the neck here, the curve of the back coming in here. Okay, maybe this is too much. You can cut that down a bit, and then you're actually like clothing it. You can see that here we've clothed it with some smoother lines, and we can then put the tail and the mane and other details in, and then we can start to shade again. Shadow underneath the back legs, which are going to be in shadow. Okay, and just slowly work at that. So that's another, it's more complicated than this, but it's quite doable. Okay, now we move on. Ho 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 ho. Faces. I think we'll do faces next. This is only just a very quick way of showing you what you can do. Okay, so we've got a face here now. We start off with a nice big circle. Then we put a cup shape on the bottom. That could be any shape as long as it's not too long. Okay, and the mouth will go somewhere in the middle of that to there. Put a line down. Again, do it all in pencil and the line across. That's where your eyes go. Your nose will go somewhere just above halfway from here to here. The ears are there on the line. The mouth obviously in the middle, and the eyebrows above it. Now the thing you notice is how big the forehead is. But that's because you have got hair. You'd normally put a lot of hair over here. So that wouldn't look so weird then. Oops, I just hit the phone. Never mind. The eyes appear, you know, if you look at it, they're kind of halfway down the face. You wouldn't normally think they would be, but this is basically where your face is. If that's halfway, your eyes are on the line, and the rest is below it. Okay. So have a go at that. Just circle, cup, like cross lines, eyes on the cross line, nose just above halfway between the chin and the eyes, and the mouth settles in between that gap there. And then you can start customizing the person. Right, now, perspective. This is something they didn't really understand for centuries with painting, until it became a mathematical equation, I suppose. Right, so draw a square, and then draw another little square that's smaller than it, jut it up against it. Okay, put a triangle on top, Then if you look to the right, you can do it to the left, but I've got mine to the right, about 2 or 3 inches away, put a little dot that is somewhere between here and here in height. Okay, you've got a bit of leeway there, you don't have to be totally accurate. Then draw some very faint lines that go to these special points, that one and that one, the top of the triangle. Okay, the top of the square and the top of this square and the bottom of this square, not this one. So you've got one line, you've got another line, you've got another line, you've got another line which actually will rub out eventually because this building will be in front of that, and you've got another line here, all going to this point. Okay, then so in other words, you will have a square, another square, 2 triangles, a point over here somewhere, that, and this one here. Okay, now you can choose anywhere along these lines, doesn't matter where. The lot further over this way, the longer the building becomes. So we're going to do a parallel line to this one, and then we're going to drop it straight down, but not through the roof of this building. Okay, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but anyway, so you've got this line and this line and this line, going down, got that one as well, and you've got a building. If you just ignore all of these dotted lines, you've got a three-dimensional view of the building. Now you can, I haven't put the roof on that, but you can put windows and doors in this side because it's almost facing you and they're going to be square or rectangular. But on the side they're going to get smaller as they go further away. So you could take more lines that cut through here and here and drop verticals down however big you want the window to be, and you have a window or door or whatever else you like. Okay, it's a little complicated, but if you watch this bit of the video again, you'll see what I mean. If you get a chance, that if you're still on the video at this point, I'd very much appreciate it if you click the subscribe button, which you'll get down in the bottom right hand corner towards the end of the video. It helps me. It doesn't involve you in anything, but it helps the channel. Okay, and hopefully at the end, when I get to do it, I will put a link to the next video, which I haven't actually created at the moment, but that's beside the point. Never mind. Okay, this is another thing which I'll probably do in more detail in a later video because it's quite fun. These are basic shapes, and just look at them, see if you can draw them. Okay, get a piece of paper, blank piece of paper, close your eyes, hold the corner of the paper and draw an oval on the paper. Now you mustn't look. If you look, that's cheating and it doesn't work. Believe me, it just doesn't work. You've got to keep your eyes closed while you tell yourself to draw one eye, like we did here. Okay, but you don't do two, you just do one, and then I'll tell yourself to go to the mouth and draw a mouth, to go to the nose and draw a nose, go to an ear, go to another ear, then put in the other eye, then put in some hair, then put in some glasses or a beard or anything else you like. The whole thing has to be done with your eyes closed. You mustn't peep between things, okay? What you'll get is a strange Picasso-y type thing. The eyes won't be in the same place, the ears won't be in the same place, the oval will be all over the place. The nose will be somewhere else probably. The mouth will be maybe up here. The ear, another ear, with a neck, on it, or something else. Okay, when you've got to this stage, draw a line through it and a couple of lines like that. Okay. So you've got a strange looking Picasso-y thing. Now you can shade those in, colour them in, and it actually is quite fun. Just use colours or shading or whatever you like. It's a bit of fun. It doesn't have to be big. It can be quite a small thing. And I've actually done one or two that in the past I've actually been quite pleased with, as little abstracts. So it's something to do. Okay. Get yourself a sketchbook. Cheap one from, dollar store, it doesn't matter. Get yourself a pen or a pencil. Again, I use these. They're only about €1 or something each, but they're really good. Permanent ink, if you read the description on the side. And go out for a walk with a dog or just on your own or your partner or anything you want. And do some quick sketches of anything you see in front of you. An old fence post, corner of a tree, even your dog if you've got one. Don't worry about it being good. Just do it for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to take very long. It can be a very rough sketch. You're not going to particularly show anyone. This is for you, just to get your hand moving and get sketching. Okay? You could sit there for an hour if you're allowed, but I wouldn't bother to do that at the start. I would just get out there, do 3, 4, 5 little 5-minute sketches as you're walking about of different things. Okay, and build that up every time you go out. Right, last thing on this particular, oh no, I've got one more thing. Shading. If you're using pencil, you can use the side of your pencil and just shade. So it goes from light to dark. If you're using a pen, you need to do the same, but you can't actually fill in totally. So you use what we call cross-hatching. In other words, you go in one direction across most of the object. You go in another direction across the object, and then you start leaving out the lighter. So the light side's probably only got 2 or 3 cross hatches in different directions. By the time you get to the middle, you've probably done 5 or 6 different directions, and then the real shadows you may have done quite a lot. Okay, until you feel it's right. This is the best way of showing shading with pen. Okay, I won't do the other thing I was going to do now, because we're using up a lot of time here. So that'll be in another video. We'll go on to trees and animals and other sorts of drawings. Okay, well, I hope you got something from this. Don't just think, oh no, I can't do it. You know, you can not show anyone, not till you think they're good enough. Okay, see you again. Take care. Bye.